Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We are finally in the archive. We can explore it. Let's see why is there proof here that Genocide Jack is in here with us. There's a wooden box, it's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before. Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh? That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Okay, what do you want to show us here? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Oh. Oh, there's something behind you. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What? What do you mean? All those files, there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of things you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's you guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope Speak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. Huh? It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Reviewed them, huh? Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible? I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of the world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now if you recall Chihiro's corpse, well, you do know about this fact, Byakuya. What do you have to say for yourself? Her body was most recently mounted in this fashion. This might indicate that whoever did this is taller than Chihiro? I don't know, I may just be grasping at straws here. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't the copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. I mean, couldn't they have gone in here and read the file? You're not here all the time, dudes. You can't bar everyone from entering. Ugh. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined the killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. What? Do I need to read the file? Donathic files... No, I want to skip this. Skip. Byaku ya about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it out with you. Whoa! Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada 32, Tetsuhiro Honda 17, Shoji Gaku 23, Kano Issei 14, Takeshi Yoshida 30. Hold on a second. Aren't these all male names? Well, I don't really know. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read it. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. So it's Toko, she kills them, she faints, and then she comes back as Toko and she's in a panic and leaves. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Called it! The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. You got the case file? Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Where are we going? Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that? Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. The crime scene? Of course. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I mean, signs point to Toko, however, I believe it was a boy that did it. Because of Leon's handbook. It's busted, so we can't know for sure it's Leon's handbook. The killer might have the busted handbook and switch it with Leon's. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, let's save here. Yes, let's overwrite. Let the overwrites begin. Okay, while we're here, let me just see if there's anyone else around. I doubt it, but just to be sure. No, don't worry, Detective Makoto is on the case. Anyone in here? No. Anything here? Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Okay, I was excited for a moment. Okay, any clues? Hey there, Hifumi. Ding ding ding, Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too.
Really? What did she see?
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where is Celeste now?
The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be?
Okay, any clues? No clues. I'll just check all of this. Nothing to do with the case. What about our card reader? Let's go into the boys' locker room. Actually, I want to see something. Wait a minute. This poster wasn't here. In fact, our poster is in the girls' locker room. I found that weird, but I thought maybe we'd have both the same posters, but
this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room.
Interesting. Very what's this?
There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it?
What? Oh! My little grey cells have informed me of everything that's happened. Chihiro was killed here. That's why there was blood on our poster, and they switched her to think they used her handbook to enter. I think, maybe, I don't know, or one of the others. I see they may have switched the carpets because it was covered in bloods. So this is the one from the girls' locker room? I am connecting the dots. Dots are being connected right now. I don't think there's anything in here. Very interesting. Let's check out the girls' locker room to make sure. Yeah, you see there's blood on it. And there's blood on the carpet too. Aha!
It's the blood-stained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms.
Yeah, she was definitely killed there. What do you know, Kyoko?
Hey, Kyoko, Have you made any progress on your investigation?
Generally speaking. But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success. Well, we cracked the case. Well, I still don't know who did it.
I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Toko is weird. I think she may have dual personality and is Genocide Jack. And it's a remarkable coincidence. I don't know. I think it's just with all this that we just found out, it may be too obvious. But then again, I said the same thing about Leon. Well, I guess we'll find out later, but this is my theory. Right now. Chihiro was killed by a boy. In the boys' locker room. Leon's handbook is currently in the possession of said boy, because their own handbook is busted, and that handbook was placed in the handbook mailbox, where the other where the other handbooks go when students die. He used Chihiro's handbook to get in and to get out, that's why it's missing. She placed her here. She was killed in the boys' locker room. That's why he switched the posters, because the poster got blood on it. That's why the carpet got blood on it. There was a stain on the other carpet. I'm not sure what's it about, but I guess we'll find out. Just need to figure out who did it. So, what boys do we have? We have Hifumi. We have Taka. So 2. We have... Let's see... We have Mondo, which is here. I don't think he did it. Not after making a manly promise, but I could be wrong. We have the Jamaican dude man, the clairvoyant. And we have Byakuya. Byakuya is way into this. And he knows exactly the Genocide Jack's method, so... He could be helping us just to throw us off. I mean, that's how you would play the game, right? Point the evidence towards someone else, make us get it all wrong, and then bam, we all die and he wins. Okay, anyways, we'll continue our own investigation next time. For now, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed another episode of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, and as usual, don't miss the next episode, because I won't. I will see you all next time.
Danganronpa.